How about I buy the figure and pay you twice what you would have paid for it? We both walk away happy. No, I came here to buy that thing, so I'm buying it. Yeah, because that's just going to give me more money, and I don't think Hottie 4000 wants more money. I think he wants the thing. Look, I'm trying to work with you to be a considerate and generous hero. What do you suggest? What do you suggest? How do we compromise on this? How about I get this figurine, and you and I go on a date? How about that? And I can... yeah. Ugh, what a complete pain. I can't walk out of here without that silly toy. How do we handle this? Go full Karen on his A, demand to talk to his management, convince him to sell it to you instead. Work the optics. His audience saw him buy it, saw the win. Work the optics. His audience saw him buy it, saw the win. That's all they need. Flip that around. Pay him double its price, then you keep the toy. It'll hurt your budget, but it will work. I don't know if going full Karen is going to be great, but if I can work his game, you know, because that's all he cares about is the likes and subscribes and views. Work the optics. His audience saw him buy it, saw the win. That's all they need. So what you need is for your audience to think you got the win, huh? I've got an idea. I'll let you get a selfie with it so you can brag about buying it. Then you let me buy it instead. It's not like your audience will know about the lie or even care. They'll celebrate your win and then move on to the next shiny thing. He doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's very like, oh, lying, oh no, I shouldn't lie. I feel like if it gets him his main motivation of getting more views and likes and subscribers, he'll do it, is my guess. Sounds good? This way, we both win. That would make sense, yeah, it'd work. But I think I prefer to just buy the figure. Sorry, I'm getting this thing one way or another. Huh, why is he turning this down? It's clever, it solves the problem, and he doesn't have to pay a dime to make his audience happy. Is there something else going on here? If you'll excuse me, I need to go ring up this sale. Come on, man, I thought you wanted to be reasonable about this. For lack of a better option, I follow him up to the counter. I do want to know about this. A bored-looking young woman sitting at the counter glances our way as we approach. Hello, welcome to the Keepsakes. How can I help you, or whatever? One Captain Infinity figure, please. Full shirt, we found it at the same time. I've got just as much of a claim. No way, it's mine. I'm a collector. I can make better use of it than you. Clearly, this clerk has seen one too many Karens during her retail career, which is a good thing I didn't use the Karen line, I guess, as her expression hardens at this show of entitlement. Ugh, fine, whatever. They don't pay me enough to deal with this. I don't care who buys it as long as someone does. So whoever has, like, the greatest need or some junk gets the toy. Make your case and make it fast and don't lie to me. Okay, so now I have to contend with a greedy cape and a frustrated retailer. Grifting cannons to maximum firepower. What story do we want to spin here? She says don't lie to her. She said to be honest, it's going to be used as a revenge trophy. Captain Infinity is your father, and you want something to remember him by. We can't tell her the truth, so let Klout tell his story first and trip himself up. Huh. It's going to be used as a revenge trophy. Maybe she likes revenge. Maybe the reason why she doesn't care is because she actually wants to get back at, like, maybe she's been jilted, I don't know, by her ex or something. Let's try this. We can't tell the truth, so let Klout tell the story first and trip himself up. A good mess stays completely undercover. Don't cough up anything because you never know what will lead a trail back to your door. Oh, I couldn't possibly take priority over hero. Klout? How about you tell her your reason for wanting the figurine first? Yeah, well, I'm buying it as a gift for my dying grandmother, who was always admired Captain Infinity. Oh, that's a lie. She can probably tell. You couldn't possibly keep my poor grandmother from a little something that would brighten what a few days she has left, would you? Klout, your grandmother died years ago. What? How did you know that? Because I work for you at Klout's Comics, 3 days a week, part-time. I knew that. Good old reliable, Debbie? Wilma. Right, Wilma. Dibwell maybe, or Dibwell maybe, or, with a groan, she turns back to me and holds out her hand. Like, credit card, please? No need. I slam down a wad of cash on the counter, and she swiftly rings up the sale. But it's worth 10 times that much. I need it. I need to resell that in my own comic shop. I need the money. I do want to know more about Klout's backstory. There's more layers to this guy, and I want to know more about him too. You have no idea how deep in the red I am. Please. Ah, so he was gonna flip the thing. No wonder he was willing to give me twice what it's worth to shut up and go away. Seems a bit of a waste to let haughty trash the thing, but hey, not my place to question that. Tough shirt, my dude. This isn't fair. I'll fire you from my shop if you don't. Watch me not care. I can get a registered job anywhere. Now, get out of here. Frustrated, Klout storms out of there, muttering unpleasant things under his breath. I think that's went about as well as it could. I salute the hardened retail worker on my way out of the store. All right, and then one last thing, the one that I had the least priority over, which is a pillow for Gibson, which I can still get him a nice enough pillow. Where are we headed next? All right, the only thing we have left is to get that pillow for Gibson. So I'm glad I saved it for last, because that way I can kind of see what money I have left over, and I don't think I have to splurge a ton on Gibson, because he's Hottie 4000 is my highest priority just for this caper. So Gibson's gonna love us anyway. We're the one that feeds Gibson, so. The best place to find a pillow is Beyond Bedtime, a basic personal care and comfort store packed with overpriced, imported home decor. Well, we don't have to get anything overpriced necessarily. Lots of scented candles, wooden hearts with Live, Laugh, Love carved into them, and a few Live, Love, Laugh, covering all the bases. I'm not gonna call it basic, because honestly, that's as obnoxiously dismissive as cringe. Pretty sure that was a dig on the feedback of the basic personality in Arcade Spirits, but maybe I'm just overthinking that. But it's all entirely expected, let's say. This pillow is ultimately going to be Gibson's new cat bed, and good timing since the old one's getting worn and scratchy. I should get him the nicest pillow I can find. Chippy's chipping in for it, so why not? Looks like the priciest, poshest, plushest pillow for purchase is the Freedom Pillow. It claims to be like laying your head on a cloud as angels sing to you. Bold claim. I like bold claims. And there's a whole display just for that one brand. I seriously want to know the backstory of that power walking grandma. She's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna ask Stefan about when we have our next interview with him. And there's a whole display just for that one brand. Plenty in stock and ready for purchase. Oh, here we go. A display with a costumed heroine standing between me and my prize. How many capes am I going to run into on this shopping trip? Of all the rotten luck. I like that I'm actually running into all of the superheroes now. Because again, it's good for me to do it in this order so that I at least get to know the superheroes before I'm actually doing anything illegal. So, how many capes am I going to run into? It's Farsight, Cape Book Crusader. I like her look. I mean, I'm assuming this is a cape. She's got an unusually colorful pink and yellow costume and very nice hair for a civvy. I should probably wander off and come back after she's gone. Safer that way. I turn to leave and, unfortunately, the motion catches at the corner of her eye. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need one of these pillows? Am I in your way? Well, no way out of this now without raising suspicion. Oh, I'm good. Take your time. I'm just browsing. Actually, do you know if these... what are they? Freedom pillows. Are they as good as they claim to be? I'm looking to get like a really high-end pillow. A pillow for kings and champions. A pillow which knows no equal. Yeah, there's actual research saying you get a better night's sleep with a Freedom Pillow than any other bedding. Great. So... why the gloomy expression? Because I really need a good night's sleep. I haven't had one in weeks. I keep waking up with headaches. I kind of want to give her like the Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn accent, only because it's a fun accent to do, and it's ironic because she's a superhero. Harley Quinn's an anti-hero. So I haven't had one in weeks. I keep waking up with headaches. I'm supposed to be Farsight, noble crusader of justice. Hard to do anything crusading when I'm so tired. Well, okay, so get a freedom pillow and get the sleep you deserve. Seems simple enough. You've never heard of this brand before, have you? No. I usually sleep on the couch. My actual mattress keeps popping rusty springs through the padding. Oh, gosh, that's awful. My sympathies. Freedom pillows are hands down the best pillows on the market, and the guy who made them is a millionaire, who routinely donates his profits to charity. That's great. Charities that fight against gay marriage and trans rights. Oh, there's the rub. And that's less great. In fact, that's absolutely repulsive. I'm not sure I can justify buying one of these pillows knowing where the money's going. I think that's fair. Perfectly fair. How can I call myself a champion of justice and goodness knowing I'm funding people who make the world a worse place? It's very valid. But I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. I'm pretty sure you'll still get a good return on a pillow, a really nice pillow from a different company. The joys of trying to walk the straight and narrow as a civvy or a cape. Less of a problem for light finger thieves like me. But since I'm playing civvy today, well, it's now my problem as well. No ethical consumption under capitalism, yada yada. And she's clearly jammed up this moral quandary, causing a bit of a problem for continuing my consumer rampage. Okay. We can't solve this for her. It's a personal decision for her to make alone. She needs sleep first and foremost. We can suggest alternatives to a freedom pillow for that goal. She could buy the pillow, then make a counter donation to a group that fights the pillow guy. Yeah. Get an alternative. This may not be the best. You may not necessarily end up with the best pillow, but I mean, I'm sure that their alternatives will still give you a good return, a good bang for your buck. I know I'm just a stranger, you just met me, but if I could offer advice, please. What you want isn't a freedom pillow. You want sleep. There's a lot of ways to go about that. Meditation and relaxation, melatonin, getting plenty of exercise. Exercise not being a problem for you, given all the crime fighting you probably do, but hey. And if something's stopping you from resting, like headaches, you're a Continuum-sponsored heroine, right? You have health care. Except my doctors tell me everything is fine, and I shouldn't worry. I'm afraid it's up to me to solve this. But you're right about there being other options. I just need to keep trying instead of resorting to this. Thanks, citizen. I appreciate the advice and support. I'm glad I can be a superheroine and protect you against mass crime. Right, haha, mass crime. I hate mass crime. You go get those masks, Farsight. Awkward, but I got through it. That's what matters. But this leaves me in the same situation she was in. I need a high-grade pillow, and this one's suddenly very unappealing. I don't think Gibson's gonna care if I don't end up getting this pillow and get an alternative. I don't think. Well, if Farsight can rely on a random citizen, I can rely on my head voice of guidance and wisdom. What say you, old voice? Why does everything have to be so political, so annoying? It's just a pillow. Let's buy the pillow. Unlike Farsight, we have another option. Crime. Let's steal ourselves a freedom pillow. We don't specifically need a freedom pillow. We can just get any other pillow in the store. Simple. Which, honestly, I was going to do anyway. I was not looking to get the highest end pillow. Gibson doesn't need the highest end pillow. I love Gibson. But, I mean, I'm also not going to spoil Gibson if some of that extra money could go towards Gibson's food. Or my food. If you catch my drift. Like, we're not our financial situation is not in a place where buying the most expensive pillow in the world is the most ideal thing. Let's just get another pillow, and if we have money left over, use that towards, I don't know, rent. We don't have rent. Food, clothes on our back, roofs over our heads, etc. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter that much. It really doesn't, Penny. Don't overthink this. Just get another pillow. And it's not like the exact pillow brand was on our shopping list. Yeah, I don't think Hottie 4000 cares, because this is not ultimately for Hottie 4000. It's for Gibson. If we have to vote with our dollars, if that's the only kind of voting that seems to matter anymore, we'll throw money at the competition. But I'll do a quick web crawl on my phone first to find a manufacturer that isn't running a sweatshop or stuffing money in political pockets. Okay, wow, that's a lot of pillows knocked off the list of candidates. Aha, here's one. Okay. Grab a so-so but at least vaguely ethical pillow and bring it to the counter to ring up. I grab a so-so but at least vaguely ethical pillow and bring it up to the counter to ring up. Ka-ching! Minimal evil achieved. I know, Crimer likes evil, but I guess getting a decent deal satisfies the algorithm too. So far I've only got 4 out of 5. I'm wondering if something's gonna happen that can get me that 5. Because it wasn't really obvious if I did anything awful with that one scene that I didn't get the star on. And that's everything on the list. Caper complete. With time and money to spare, I got some good bargains, so I'll be pocketing a chunk of change. More than enough for one more stop on this magical consumer adventure. Oh, one more stop. Okay, where do I want to go? In the center of the mall, at the heart of this crumbling empire, is the legendary food court. Now you're talking. Ah, the foodie that I am is going to be so happy. So legendary that clearly its mighty reputation has caused eateries to flee, like half of these slots are gated up and shut down. But there's just enough left for me to get a tasty, if unhealthy, meal before I head home, and my victory dinner shall consist of tacos. I don't like how messy these tend to be. Noodles, especially if they're ramen noodles, yes. Or lo mein noodles, or pasta. Honestly, noodles is great. Burgers, not bad. Curry. I do love curry, even more than noodles, because I love the spicy. Salad. I'm going to do curry. I'd love me a good curry. It's more ethnic, too. I tend to enjoy more ethnic cuisines, by American standards at least. And for a tasty beverage, I shall consume soda. Nah. Coffee. Nah. Juice. I do like juice. Lemonade, water. Oh, let's go lemonade, although limeade would be ideal, but lemonade is still great. I don't really drink caffeine. I do drink a lot of juice, but lemonade seems like more of a... That's what I would get if I want to pamper myself without having oodles and oodles of sugar, like soda. Yay, you did it. You made the decisive choices that will lead to arguable nutrition. Nope, can't do it. Can't make this an exciting life or death high-stakes decision moment. It's just fast food. I pay for my meal with a bit of the spare cash from today's shopping adventure. Oh, shopping spree. Complete caper shopping spree. Obtain loot. With a little extra on top, 1 cinnamon-dusted soft pretzel. A shopping mall specialty. I do love me those pretzels, those shopping mall pretzels. Although I do like the cinnamon rolls more. With that complete, I take my heavy plastic tray over to a plastic table and sit in a plastic chair underneath the skylight windows above, and I really can't make this exciting, can I? It's all expected, all routine, just the day-to-day life of a civilian. I don't know what you're talking about, Penny. Eating curry with a shopping mall pretzel and lemonade, that's pretty darn exciting for me. You and I have very different opinions of what exciting is. I ponder that a bit as I chow down, going on autopilot with the dining experience while my thoughts tumble around inside. Are you okay with me thinking at you for a bit? Got a lot on my mind. If you'd rather I just, shut up and eat, I'm good with that too. No, I'm a very social Jiminy Cricket. Penny, I'm your friend. Your troubles are my troubles. What's on your mind? I got nothing better to do. Go ahead and speak your piece. Let's get this boring day over with. I'll zone out for a bit. Now, Penny, I'm your friend. Your troubles are my troubles. What's on your mind? Masks, capes, civvies. I've seen a bit of each today. Masks of freedom, a freedom I cherish dearly, but it's an exchange, one freedom for another. I'm free to be who I want to be and do what I want to do, but at any moment my freedom can get yanked away if I slip up. All it takes is one fumble. Muscle memory nearly collared me today. If we weren't in an introspective mood, I'd be rotting in jail right now. But man, capes don't have it much better. Klout's desperate for money and attention. Muscle memory can't make ends meet. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. Other people may seem like they've got it together, but trust me, they have issues too. And poor Farsight, she's just a wreck. The life takes a lot out of you, apparently. Capes have to color between the lines, but they're free in ways I can't be. They can be themselves without fear. So if not mask, if not cape, then civvy? Nope, civvies get the shortest end of the stick. They have to push scams on gamers or risk getting fired, for instance. I take a little bit of offense to that. There's nothing wrong with being a civvy. I think Honestly, I think between civvies, capes, and masks, civvies probably have the most potential to really be genuinely happy over capes and masks, in my opinion. They get caught in the middle when the supers fight, helpless and fearful. The best a civvy can do is run and hide and look out for themselves. We are stuck. We are all stuck. I mean, if you want to look at it that way, Miss Negative Nancy. I know. I whine about this system a lot. Keep dragging capitalism while not offering any solutions or alternatives. I'm not an economist. I'm not a sociologist. I don't even have a high school education. But you don't have to be a genius to see that this is not working. It's not working for any of us. We desperately need change. Maybe I'm not the one to solve anything, or even have the faintest idea how to solve it. Maybe I can't do anything but complain. Maybe I'm just useless. Hell, in a lot of ways, I'm part of the problem. A mask adds to the overall troubles, even a petty mask like me. Not gonna lie, I think that there's a lot of truth in that, if I'm being honest. Not gonna lie. But switching sides, being a cape or a civvy, I'm not sure. Everybody's getting screwed. What does it matter? Why do I even bother? Because I'd rather be screwed not doing crime. That's just me. My personal opinion is your Jiminy Cricket. I'd rather be screwed and do it legitimately and allow myself to sleep at night with myself. You know? That's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm going nowhere. Circling the drain with these thoughts. I like to stay upbeat and confident and have fun, but honestly, I'm lost. You don't have to be anything in specific. Mask, cape, civvy, just be who you want to be. Although I would highly encourage you to be I would highly encourage you to hopefully want to be someone that adds to this world and not takes away from the world. Penny, you're in your 20s. You have time to figure out what track you'll ultimately take. I think you do exactly what you should be doing. You don't have to be anything in specific. Just be who you want to be. So, what? Just like float? Be whatever makes sense in the moment? I don't think society is going to let me do that. They've decided I'm a mask, and I've played into that role for so long. It's inescapable. I disagree with that. I understand that you claim that you were sort of forced into being a mask, but ultimately you still made a choice. And, you still made a choice, and I think that while it might have been, your life, of course, wasn't easy, and it probably was easier for you to make the choice to be a mask. It was easier. It still was a choice at the end of the day. But fork society, right? The system's busted. So who cares what box they put me in? I'm whoever I want to be. That's the freedom I want. Not specifically mask freedom, but freedom of self. Freedom and defiance. But even if I sort myself out, well, there's still the problem of literally everything and everyone else around me being a mess. System's busted, capitalism is grinding us down. Nobody's escaping this loop. What could one little mask possibly do about all that? If you don't have a solution, throw your support behind someone who does. Activism can work. Collective action, spread your ideals of freedom. Others will take notice and see you as a beacon. Fixing the world is not on your shoulders alone. Don't let it weigh you down into doomerism. If you don't have a solution, throw your support behind someone who does. Activism can work. Politics? I don't know, like having a mask throw some weight behind a reformer might ruin their chances at enacting actual reforms. I wouldn't want to wreck someone who has a shot at actually changing the system, but there are indirect means of support. Anonymous donations, I suppose. If I had any money to donate, and thus the cycle of gotta put survival ahead of helping others continues. So yeah, not as simple as that, but there are options. There's always options. Yeah, that's my point. There's always options. You know what? I'm glad we had this quiet day together. Me too, I'm glad we started with this one. I'm glad we had this boring day where we could sit around and ponder life and see how the other half lives. Again, speak for yourself. I didn't think this mission was boring at all. You and I don't really see eye to eye, Penny, but that's okay. It's good that you and I have differing opinions of things and different outlooks of life. Well, other halves. Civvy and Cape. Yes, that's 3 halves. Look, I didn't learn that much math. Which is good you had me, because I'm a math and science person. I think this was good for both of us. But alas, every day eventually ends, and we do need to wrap up this caper. I moved to rise to carry my heavy cafeteria tray to the trash can. Right when the skylight above breaks and a masked figure descends on rocket boots into the middle of the food court. Ultimatum. I love it. Ultimatum. Hear me, mindless consumer slaves. I am here to annihilate this temple of capitalism. Oh, for fork's sake, it's Ultimatum, masked terrorist. Okay. The result of his sudden appearance is predictable. The few people left running this largely empty food court book it for the exits, including every single mall security guard around, because they are certainly not paid enough to try and pepper spray a supervillain. Leaving me all alone, sitting there with arms folded, mildly annoyed. Soon, this crumbling ghost of the 20th century will be naught but ash and rubble. Weep and tremble, for on this day, Ultimatum will eradicate the entirety of this. Tom? Urge the tables of the money changers and whip those who worship at the false altar of Tom. The fork, man. Shouldn't you be running in terror right now? Tom, it's me. You know me. A green-haired consumer? With a sigh, I reach my bag and pull out my mask, popping it on. Penny? The green-haired consumer? What? Tom, what the fork are you doing? Blowing up a shopping mall? Don't you have, more important things to do? Go torch a weapons factory or hassle some stockbrokers or anything other than screw with ordinary people getting on with their day. This structure is the pinnacle of inefficient suburbanist land use, a vast parking lot and abattoir of capitalism. I've loved how the grandma doesn't care. She's like, whatevs. Out of my way, Ultimatum. I've already planted. Oof, she's just shoving her way through. I love her so much. I've already planted the bombs. I will ascend via my amazing new rocket boots and detonate them from high above. Why is an eco-terrorist using chemical propellant-based flying shoes? Focus, Penny. Focus on what's important. Erasing this consumer hellscape in a flash of purifying flame. With me inside it and a whole bunch of other people who aren't responsible for any of that. All of whom are complicit and guilty by participation in a broken economic system. We live in a society. But now that you're here, you can join me! Together as true masks, we will strike a blow against corruption. It'll be fun. Trust me, I've got an angle. And, because the name of the mall is Angle something, And imagine what it'll do for your mask profile. Jobs will start rolling in once they see how hardcore you are. I don't kill people. Oh, please, you don't kill people yet. Under the right circumstances, anyone can and would kill. It's natural law. You just haven't found your moment yet. Today could be that moment. Join me and we shall destroy the system. We're all stuck in the system, stuck in the same loops, grinding away to fuel the almighty dollar. And a true mask, would help out here. Or at the very least would stay out of his way, let him carry on. It's none of my business. My survival comes first. Nobody likes a snitch. Fork it. I'm not a mask today, right? So I toss that shirt out the window and do what feels right instead. Who am I right now? You're a civvy today. Call in a hero that you trust and keep him distracted until they arrive. You're a cape today. Put your life on the line if you gotta, and stop him cold before anyone gets hurt. You're a mask. Let him blow up the mall. You don't narc on people. I would really love to call in a hero. I would love to. But I really want to push Penny. I really want to push Penny to be a cape or closer to a cape if she can. Put your life on the line if you gotta stop him cold before anyone gets hurt. The idea of calling in a hero is also very appealing to me. Because I do like the heroes as well. Fork it. I'm gonna tell her to be a cape today. You're a cape today. Put your life on the line if you gotta and stop him cold before anyone gets hurt. Okay, if that's how it's gotta be, that's how it's gonna be. Time to play hero. Got two options here, Tom. You can knock it the fork off, or I can knock you the fork off. You cannot be serious.